Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I am Jeff and today we're going to unbox and build the Lego Corvette. This is set number 10321. It was just released in 2023. 1,210 pieces and $149.99 is the full retail price. Now, this car here is needed for the car show. Now, this seems really weird to say this because I know you guys are going to see this well after my surgery, but I'm shooting this before my surgery. Actually, I shot a lot of videos before my surgery. I just had to teach my son how to edit them. And this is going to be one of those videos. In fact, the last couple, I shot the video of version 1 and 2 of the space roller coaster before the surgery. Or I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I shot them all before the surgery. I edited the first two. And then my son's editing the rest of them. And he's actually catching on pretty quickly. But so we have a car show. So what we're going to do is in Ogden, Utah, and I think it's the second or third weekend in September, we're going to have a car show at a veterans home. And it's going to be a car show where there's muscle cars and classic cars, and this is a classic car, and so are so many other ones that Lego has put out, and I own a lot of them, and so does my friend Jim, and so does some of the club members, Nutlug. And so we're getting together and doing this. And I have committed to put this one in the show. So before my surgery, I'm putting this together. But you're going to see this long after my surgery when my son gets to it. And whenever that is. Hopefully it's before the show because it's kind of embarrassing to tell you all this and it gets edited after the show. But I have no control over that because I am at his mercy and he's a great kid and helping me out coming from North Carolina. So I got to say, I got a great son and this is a great Lego set. So anyway, I hope what you'll do is hit the like button. And I hope if you haven't subscribed, you will subscribe. And I hope if you are subscribed, you'll stay subscribed. That's a lot to say. That's a lot in a package right there. Anyways, what it means is help me out. Thank you. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's start the building.
signals of an unknown entity within 1,000 feet of the ship. The size of it is far beyond the mind's reach. It can't be another ship. Sir, it's like something I've never seen before, and it's closing in at a preposterous speed. Wait, this can't be. It's disappeared.
Welcome back. This concludes the build of set number 10321, the Corvette. And, well, let's start off the evaluation. We always do 5 things: value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. For the value, the set retails for $149.99, and it has 1,210 pieces, and that comes out to 12.4 cents per piece. I do think that's on the high side, especially because this is not a licensed set, and so I'm going to give the value an 8 out of 10 for value. Creativity, however, is a completely different story. It's a 10 out of 10. This is a really cool set. I do believe that they caught the lines of the Corvette, like the indentation in the door. That is definitely how they were built. I like the windows. They did a really good job there, as well as on the inside, having the rear view mirror being in the center. A lot of these older cars, that's the way it was. Instead of it being up here, it was down here on the dash, and I think that's really cool. Also, if you look at the interior, I like the seats. It was a 2-seater, so that's really awesome. I like how they have the stick shift right here on the floor. I also like how these wheels can be controlled with the steering wheel. So I think they did a really good job on those things. And then, oh, and also, I don't know if this is going to show it very well, but they have 3 pedals down here for the clutch, gas, and the brake. I think that's really awesome as well. And they have the side mirrors like this. That was very iconic of this car. And another thing too is when you pull open the hood, you've got the engine, and the engine does look like it has a carburetor here, and it does look much like the interior of the engine on those. And this thing pops back in. Now the trunk is slightly harder to open. I had a little bit of trouble opening it earlier, but here we go. I'll take that off, and there we go. So it does come with a trunk as well, and I think the trunk looks pretty cool. I like how they used the darker red on the bottom there, and this does close up, and then the doors are functional as well. So that's why creativity is a 10 out of 10. It just has so many different things about it that makes it look realistic, including the front here with the headlights, the 4 headlights, and the grille. It does look much like a Corvette. And playability, I'll give it 10 for the same reason, is that there are so many other cars that Lego has built. The car by itself is playable. Yes, it does not fit a minifigure, but you've got the Bugatti, the Porsches, they've got the orange one, the white one. They've got the Ferraris. They've got Lamborghini. They've got a lot of them that are this size. So they all playability is a 10 that way. Ease of build, I'm going to give it an 8. The instructions were not very clear in a couple different places, which made this build a little difficult in a couple different places. But overall, it was not difficult. So it's an 8 out of 10. And part out value, I'll also give it 8 out of 10. And that's because although I like these windows right here, these pop-up windows, this is the first time I've seen this particular window. And maybe it's in another set, I don't know. But it's the first time I've seen it, and unless I'm going to build a car like this, I'm not really sure what I would use that for. And although I do like the silver bananas here, again, that makes it kind of difficult to use it somewhere else. So that's why I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So if you average them out, this is the score on this is an 8.8 altogether. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and drop me a comment below. I do respond to most comments. And the other thing too you can do, if you want to help out the channel, let me give you a couple different ways. First thing is you can go to PayPal, make a donation. The link's in the description. There's another link in the description, and that's for the Bricklink store, and that's called a chip off the old block, and we have a little over 900,000 pieces currently. And you go there and you buy pieces for your builds, and you get the pieces, I get the money, and it helps us both out. And I can use that money to keep the channel going by buying sets like this or working on the city or the shop itself. So if you want to help me out, there you go. And another way you can help me out, and I've read this on YouTube creators, is that if you watch another one of my videos right after this, it helps out the channel. And for some reason right now, that is what YouTube is targeting, is if you watch another video right after this one on my channel, it helps me out. So please do those things. All right, guys, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and watch out for the next video.